All right. Welcome to the first episode of Is This a Podcast with David
That's it.
Thorne. I'm your host, David Thorne. Today, I have with me one of my very, very good friends and fellow comedians, Spenser Sellens. How's it going, Spencer?
Good, buddy. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thanks for being on.
Holler.
You're a very, very special guest because you're the first guest. So,
Everybody remembers their first.
oh yeah, most definitely.
Really awkward.
You're popping my podcast cherry, I guess. If this
It's
is
like
even a podcast.
it's awkward. You don't know what you're doing. There's cum everywhere at the end.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting podcast.
It is. So basically what I'm going to do, I have 7 topics written down on my paper. I have them numbered 1 through 7. I'm going to have Spencer pick one of these numbers. I'm going to read the topic and then we're going to conversate on said topic. So Spencer, 1 through 7, pick a number 1 through 7. You got
3.
1 through 6. 3. Oh man, this is going to be a favorite one of mine. So let's hope that you've had some interesting experiences because this topic number 3 is one that's probably very close to my enlarged heart, and that's drug trips. Have you had any good drug trips that you'd like to tell us about, Spencer? This is going to be on the internet, so maybe that's not a good topic, but you know, I don't know if you're trying to be president, Spence.
No. Dude, mushrooms in Amsterdam like 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
Amsterdam.
fuck yeah, man. That was dope.
That's cool. Tell me a little bit about it. What happened? Just give me the 411 on what happened on your magical mushroom trip in Amsterdam. I'm interested to hear this.
All right. Well, me and my buddy Michael, in 2000, like 10, 11 years ago, we went to my dad. My dad's from England. Obviously, you met him.
Yeah, I've met your
So we
dad.
went over. Yeah, you met my dad, and so we went over to go see my family. So it was an excuse to go to England. He and I.
Yeah.
And since you're already fucking over there, we thought let's go. Well, let's go Euro trip, but really that was just our excuse to go to Amsterdam. So we went to Paris for a couple nights, Brussels for a couple nights, and then Amsterdam for like 5 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You kind of have a one-track mind when you're a 19-year-old abroad. You just kind of want to come or come down. Well, do drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We met this guy, Michael and I, we met this guy from Illinois. He said let's just say he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
We go to like a college. He's a cool guy. He's American. It was really cool. It was nice to just talk to somebody we knew or felt like we knew. And eventually he was like, hey, let's go, find some pot. Of course, we went to go find some pot. It's everywhere, of course, Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, you guys want to do some mushrooms? Yeah, we want to do some mushrooms. And so he's like, all right, we got to go find some because it was like the summer beforehand because mushrooms were basically legal there. A couple years before we were a couple years before we were there. They were basically legal, like above on sort of like not legal, but it's one of those things where it's
decriminalized.
It's something like that.
So how was it? What was it like tripping in another country? Like you obviously weren't in a space that you knew or anything like that.
It was dope. Oh, it was dope, man. I mean, the only thing that wasn't cool was we took them. Okay, well, hold on. This is an interesting story. Like I was going to use this for Wanderlust one. So we wanted to go find these mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So we're walking around at these stores, and we have no idea what we're looking for. And we literally see like a circular sign, like outside, like like a barbershop sign, like that sign, or whatever, a business sign, and it has like an orange Mario kind of cartoon mushroom on it. And like, no, this cannot be that easy. And then we walk up, we get closer to the store, and we're like, fuck, it's a clothing store. It must be like some sort of European or Dutch clothing brand. Like, fuck. So we ended up I guess the owner guy walked out or something. We bumped in, and he kind of like, oh, hey guys, how you doing? He spoke perfect English because he's fucking Dutch and they speak like 7 languages. Yeah. They're tall, of or just in their cunts for it. But I digress. He was like, what are you guys doing? And we were talking and we were bullshitting with him for a while. He's a nice guy. Eventually,
Yeah.
hey man, do you know where we can find some mushrooms? And he like looks at us, looks around, and it does like the cool thing of like, okay, he goes and turns like the close sign around and closes the door. I was like, oh fuck! And he might have been playing on a show a little bit for the tourists. Looking back on it as like a 30-year-old now, it's like, he probably is like, oh, I'll do it just for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He pulls out like, it was kind of like, I don't know. Imagine going to like a menu you get at like a kind of like a hole in the wall restaurant, just looking like a plaque.
Yeah.
Kind of just, and it has like, do you want to like trip? It has like 3 options on there. Like, do you want to, have a nice little body height? Do you want to feel great? Do you want to go to the fucking moon?
Whoa.
Yeah, and of course, go big or go home, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. You got to go to the fucking moon. You want to talk to Jesus.
So we get the mushrooms, and I think this is the tangent I was going on earlier was the only thing that wasn't cool about it was we took the mushrooms immediately after going out of the store, secretly or something. We ended up going back to this guy's hotel because he was a cool guy, like nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
And he was like staying in a hotel but near the airport, and the only thing that wasn't cool about the night is they just started to kick in when we were on the what do you call it? Not the subway, it's above ground. The trolley.
Monorail?
Well, the trolley, the tram, it's like in the middle of the road. Like there's
Okay.
cars outside. And it was just loud, like and I'm just like,
Oh,
like
shit.
just starting to feel like,
Yeah.
just kind of like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever I did psychedelics before, the way I would always be able to tell if I was starting to feel the effects is I would look at my arm, and this is the first time this happened to me. So this is what the benchmark was: is you look at like my individual arm hairs, and it wasn't like dramatic, but it was a very subtle, like they were almost like individually waving in a breeze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just like, oh fuck. That's when I'm like looking at my arm like, oh fuck. And like we gotta go to the end of the line because the airport's not the middle of fucking tram route. So we're on this thing for like 45 minutes, and I'm like 20 minutes, it's just like, oh boy. And then we got off, and I was so fucking happy, and we ended up just walking around the hotel grounds, and it was. I always remember it looked like the Teletubby land because it was like it was like this perfectly manicured landscape.
And the sun was a baby.
No, it was night, but it's kind of like what the grounds looked like.
Oh,
so
okay.
It was. Remember how the Teletubbies was like basically like straight AstroTurf and then like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of like what it reminded me of, and also I was on drugs. So.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, dude, that was interesting. That was the first night, and then the second night we go to the red light.
Mm-hmm.
That was, dude.
Were you on mushrooms that night too?
No.
Okay.
No, that would be fucking insane. Like the last thing I want to do is like, oh my god, Medusa's trying to give me a hand job.
No. Yeah, true that. Oh, so tell us about the red light district. Did you get you got a hand job, you say, or is it your
no.
Okay. I didn't know.
It was interesting, dude. Like it was like imagine like a river walk, like on both sides, and then on those sides it's like 3-story buildings, and all the buildings, like they have like these glass see-through doors, and there's women dancing behind them. So like, and you just basically walk up to the door to proposition them or whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude. It was interesting.
Yeah. That sounds
But there were some beautiful women there. And I even saw some dudes, couple of LPs. Give it up for my little people prostitutes, LPP. Little people prostitute.
Well, that was a good story. That was a literal drug trip because you tripped in another country. I don't know if that's something I would do. Probably so. Yeah,
Really?
I would
Internet?
definitely do
Like,
it. Yeah.
like do drugs. I wasn't gonna take acid in Saudi Arabia. Like, let's go fucking trip balls with. Let's go trip balls with the palace in Riyadh.
All right. Okay, well, that was a good one. Let's move on to another one, shall we? Choose a
4.
number. 4. Oh, this one, I've done a lot of these. This one's poor life choices. Any
Made
poor
a lot
life?
of those. I
Oh
made a lot
man,
of those.
any in particular that are hilarious or
At one
interesting?
time, I flipped a car going 25 miles an hour.
Whoa! How was I mean that's an accident. Is that a poor life choice though, or did you do something that was a poor life choice?
I looked at the
To,
radio at the worst possible time.
I guess that's a poor life choice.
No, but no, honestly, that's just like a shitty story. Okay, the poor
That's
life.
not a shitty story.
Well,
It's
no.
fucking
Like a shitty like incident. I don't mean like it's a great story actually. We'll
yeah.
come back. Remind me
We'll
to come back to that.
we can come back to it.
Remind me to come back to that. As the
Okay.
host, you got to remind me to come back to that.
I will
And
make a note. Come back
here you go.
to flipping a car at 25 miles. We'll get to that at the end.
Here we go. Perfect. So, Dad. Oh, okay. So on the car theme, you remember Tokyo Drift?
Fuck yeah, the one with goddamn the kid from Sling Blade in it, where he goes over there and learns to fucking drive real good with all the Asian people and fucking wasn't who else was in it? There was somebody else in the fucking
Dude,
movie.
Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah, Lil Bow Wow was in the movie. That's right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dude, all right. So drifting is pretty cool, right? We can all admit.
Yeah.
I like your face. It's like, yeah, of course it is. Well, you know what's not cool, and you know what's not smart? 17-year-old Spencer. 17-year-old Spencer is a fucking moron. And he thinks that you can drift by just pulling the e-brake arbitrarily while you're just turning and going fast. And so basically, like, I was going down this hill, like, I had hell people in my car. Hell, I had hell people in my car. I'm like, check this out. This is, okay, this is after school, but before band practice, marching band practice
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock. Marching band practice at 5. And so we basically just like usually get something to eat after school before practice. We were driving back, and there were some girls in the car, so I wanted to be cool, you know. Girls that I wasn't even trying to talk to because they were dating other people in the car. But I don't know, I'm a fucking idiot. But so we're driving down this hill,
Yeah.
and I look back at them like, you want to see something cool?
Famous last words.
Right? So I step on the gas, which is great when you're going into a turn. I don't know if any of your audience is like any car people.
Yeah.
It's a terrible idea to accelerate into a turn and then just pull the e-brake, which, by the way, it doesn't turn because you're basically, I fucking drive up into this person's front lawn over a fucking like a rock in their fucking front lawn.
So you like did a little Dukes of Hazzard jump in somebody's front lawn?
Dude, it was basically like, those Duke boys are at it again.
Oh. Anyway, so that was your poor life decision trying to Tokyo Drift. Okay, well, you know, you said you wanted me to pick one.
I do.
I'm gonna pick number 2. And this is
Yeah.
one I'd like to actually just like I want to know your favorite one, and then I would like to try to come up with one ourselves about
Okay.
something. And that is conspiracies. I'll tell you my favorite one too, one of the funniest ones I like. But yeah, what's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Hey, seriously, I kind of want you to start, so I know. I want you to start, just so I know what I'm working with. I want you to be like, well, you know, Sandy Hook was a fucking hologram. I want you to start.
Okay, I'll go first and let you know that one of my favorite conspiracies that I've heard in the past couple years is the one that Donald Trump is a time traveler. and so is Mike
What?
Pence. Yes,
What?
there is a fucking conspiracy theory that Donald Trump is a time traveler. There's actually this guy who's been on that freaking crazy radio, the conservative radio station that talks about the aliens and shit like that, and they'll have guests. His name was John Teeter. It's like a
Literally,
fucking radio show. It's like some
you're
late
not
night
talking
radio
about
show. I
Alex
forget what
Jones,
it's
are you?
called. No, it's not Alex Jones, but it's in that same vein. Anyway, they think there's a conspiracy that he is a time traveler, and like so is Mike Pence, and Donald Trump's friend with Mike Pence because apparently Mike Pence has a better time machine than him. Seriously, there's a YouTube video where people are reading this, and yeah, basically that kind of explains why he's so attracted to his daughter, because they have a theory that he went back in time, and before he went back he went back and changed something in the past that made like his daughter was his wife before he went back in time and changed it and came back, and that's why he's attracted to his daughter, because she used to be his wife before he started time traveling and shit. But yeah, that's one of my favorite ones, that old DJT's a fucking time traveler.
Old DJT. Donnie Trump. He be
Yeah.
tight. I don't know why he's Irish. All right. My favorite conspiracy. Probably that Sandy Hook is a hologram. No. Just kidding.
Tupac did Sandy Hook.
Tupac did Sandy Hook.
Tupac,
No,
Tupac's hologram.
Tupac's hologram that came up with the BMA awards or whatever, like the Grammys, like 10 years ago. He became sentient, escaped from his dimension from which he came, and wreaked havoc upon the world that shunned him.
I think we just created the conspiracy theory now without even telling us your favorite one.
And he still couldn't get Suge Knight.
Whoa, yeah. What
Because
about
that's
Biggie?
who killed him. I mean, that's gotta
How
be.
come Biggie didn't get a hologram? Did he? Did they do a Biggie hologram?
No, man, you need like 3 of those. The fuck is this, man?
Okay, favorite conspiracy theory, Spencer.
I mean, favorite.
Like which one? Just one that you like think is like out there, or
No, dude. Like
or maybe one that you believe.
I don't really believe a lot of conspiracy theories. So I'm trying to think of one that's funny.
The best one I got is that Donald Trump one.
My favorite, like, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's actually a joke. But there's like an entire subreddit called "Birds Aren't Real."
I love Reddit. I haven't been on Reddit in so long, but
dude, and it's like basically the premise is like birds are basically like surveillance drones for the government. It's great.
I'll do one more, and then we can like get to your flipping car story at 25 miles an hour, because I want to hear that. But let's go with this last one. It's number 6, because yeah, music. Let's talk about music. I know that you were into ska in high school, but any other particular favorite genres of music?
I love a lot of different. I grew up in my house growing up. I grew up listening to like old British rock and salsa.
Oh, that's an interesting combination, actually.
Yeah, you can guess which is which.
Like like British rock, like Sex Pistols. Is that not punk rock? But that's
no. The Sex Pistols are British. Like it was mostly just like a lot of and like funk and like a lot of like 70s type music.
Okay.
A lot of like 70s rock, 70s music,
and
salsa.
Okay.
My mom listened to like Latin music all the time growing up, and really.
Did you ever watch that show Chips while listening to salsa? Chips and salsa? Ha ha ha.
I did not. I'm sorry, I did not watch that show. That was terrible though, David.
Yeah, I know. What got you into ska?
I was in marching band when I was in high school, and it was kind of like I didn't really have a taste in music before then. It was just kind of like radio, whatever. It really wasn't. I don't know. It was like happy music you could dance to, and I was always kind of like a mopey kid sometimes, so it was nice. I played the trumpet, so with music that I could learn how to play, and so it was kind of like it was motivation to learn and keep playing, and it was fun. And then I was in a lot of terrible ska bands growing up.
I've
I
been in
was
a band,
oh,
but
oh my god, dude. Midnight 30. That was my first. Let me see if I can name all the ska bands that I was in.
okay.
Midnight 30, Remember Scooter, Lobster Rockets, Punch the Clock. I think that was only it. Only those four.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was in a punk band right out of high school, which was
What'd you
fun.
play?
I played bass. Played the
Ooh,
old bass.
love the
Uh,
bass.
what happened to it? The band broke up, and I never tried to pursue being in another band. Anything else you got on music, man? What like any other genres of music that you like really enjoy other than the
Hmm.
ska and things like that?
I love me some like 70s rock, like some CCR.
70s rock.
Like the other
Creedence is good. Fucking yeah, they're iconic. Love some
Creedence is great.
CCR. They are.
I'm like every guy from the suburbs. I just heard about him in a Vietnam movie. I'm like, oh, that's a cool song. I guess what's up with that senator's son? Oh, they have other songs.
Yeah, Fortunate Son. That's a good song.
Sorry, yeah, Fortunate Son, not Senator's Son.
Yeah,
See,
oh man.
terrible fan.
Let's I guess find out about this flipping a car at 25 miles an hour. How
Dude, like,
now I'll just say on this, I've been walking in Midtown and seeing cars flipped, and I'm like, how in the fuck does somebody flip a car in Midtown when the speed limit's like 30 miles an hour? You're about to answer this question for me, Spencer. How do you do that?
well, I can't answer for Midtown, but in this particular case, so just to set it up, my first car ever was a piece of shit Chrysler Sebring,
Mm-hmm.
and it had been through hell and back. It had been stolen. It had been destroyed on the end. It had been vandalized, and it was finally time to go to hell, like where it belonged. So I'm taking
Yeah.
it to people to make get some scrap money for it, and in my own neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So there's basically in this particular part of the neighborhood, you're going up. So you're going up and down this little hill, like very, very, very quick. But
Yeah.
while you're going up, down, you're also turning. So you're kind of going like this. Like
Yeah.
I can't really do it. But basically, I was turning and like right at the top, there was a car like right in front of me, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't. This is when I looked down, like coming up and looked down at the radio for that 1 second, and then and that 1 second just kind of bink, bing at the car, and it just
Uh-huh.
went like bing and went on its side, and then
Uh-huh.
went whoa, like it wasn't like
Yeah, it was like a slow kind of.
yeah, it was like it flipped onto its side, and then it fell over from there, and the dent on the other person's car was literally about two a foot long and maybe like 2 feet long
Yeah.
and an inch deep,
Oh wow.
and my car was upside down.
But
And
your
my
car was
mom,
getting scrapped anyway.
yeah, I was on the way to get it scrapped, and so what ended up, I had to pay to get it towed to pick it
Oh,
up.
so I guess the scrap money went for the tow truck.
Oh, I didn't
So
get any scrap because it was I didn't get any because it wasn't planning on scrapping it. I was planning on getting.
selling it. Ah, okay. That's pretty interesting, Spencer. It's pretty interesting. So, you got anything going on new? I know you say you're doing a YouTube channel. You asked me to be on your
Yeah,
cooking show.
I have a YouTube comedy cooking show. It's called Beginner's Luck with Spenser Sellens, SPENSER. Just do Beginner's Luck with SP. I'm sure you'll find it. Someone got my lovely face on it. We'll have some fun. And eventually, once this fucking quarantine's over, I can have the good, lovely, my dear friend Dave Thorne on. And
Oh
you,
yeah.
what are you gonna make, by the way? Have you think about what you want to make? You got like about a week. Think
Okay.
about what you want to make. It can be something you grew up with, something you've always wanted to make, something from it would be cool to make something from Tennessee, if you
Okay.
wouldn't mind. That'd be
Okay.
cool. But or I mean,
Um,
if you want to make like, I really love fucking mac and cheese, we can. Yeah, I
now,
know.
I mean, we can discuss that right now. That'd be something that we could go ahead
Well,
and get
let's
out of the
discuss
way.
it right
So
now,
let's.
baby.
This is how we're gonna end it. So when I'm on this episode, I'm personally, you know what? When you said you wanted me to pick something, the first thing for some reason that popped into my head is meatloaf, because
That's
I've been
dude.
thinking about
We can totally
meatloaf
make. We'll totally
lately.
make meatloaf.
Because meatloaf, that's something that's like you can't really, you can mess up meatloaf probably, but everybody makes their meatloaf a different way. You really don't have to have a freaking set recipe for meatloaf. It's one of those things where we can go just make the most freaking baller meatloaf ever and put whatever we want in it, because that's how meatloaf works. So I mean, with that raises the question: Are we
How about
going
mashed
to?
potatoes? Mashed potatoes and like, what do you
Oh,
want? Like,
do you want to do like a whole meal? Because we can do
oh
like
fuck yeah, dude! No, we're doing the whole meal, baby.
fuck. Well, shit. What? I'm not
So
a
let's do
huge
let's
fan of
do let's
mashed.
do like three piece. So meatloaf and then like a blank and a blank, like
Okay,
potatoes.
if we're doing any type of potatoes, you want some southern shit going on. We're frying those potatoes. Fucking
Let's
fried
fry them up,
potatoes.
baby.
We'll
Let's
fry.
fry them. I've
We'll
never
fry
had
the.
that. Let's
You've
fucking
never
totally
had no fried potatoes. We'll
never
get some
had. Yeah.
potatoes. We'll cut them ourselves and we'll fry them.
Let's do it, baby.
What what else could we do with that? Because like I don't know if people got. I don't know. I'm just thinking fried stuff with it for some
Do you
reason.
like greens?
I have when I was a
I
kid
don't
I
like greens.
didn't
But we can
when I
try.
I don't know. Greens is something that you make. We just I think we always had canned greens, but I'm not sure. I'm sure we had regular greens. I didn't eat them when I was a kid, but I don't know. I mean, we already got a potato. We don't need nothing fried. What would be the other
Well,
side?
like a
I'm
veggie of some sort.
yeah. Now you know.
Green beans, asparagus.
Ooh, asparagus sounds good. I
All
don't
right,
know. But I've never tried
that
to make
sounds
any.
perfect.
I've never tried to make anything with Brussels sprouts, but I don't know like how
Let's do
Brussels.
Brussels sprouts, bro. You can do whatever
Dude,
you want.
okay, we
This
can
is
do.
David's dish.
We can do.
David's dish.
Okay, we'll do Brussels sprouts. I've never tried to make anything with Brussels sprouts. I would like to learn to cook them. Like with
Fuck
Brussels
yeah, dude.
sprouts, let's just like let's find something that sounds good with
Totally.
it.
Dude, I'll look some up. I'll look up some stuff. You look up some stuff, and we'll
Okay,
collect it. We're gonna have fun, man. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like
fuck yeah, dude.
basically like a podcast, interview podcast with the cooking. So
Yeah, dude. I mean, I like the first video that you put out. I'm gonna check the second one out that you put up today. And
thank you, buddy.
everybody else says watching this now, go check out his YouTube. What is it again?
Beginner's luck with Spenser Sellens.
Go and subscribe to that. Like it, share it. Turn your notifications on so you know when he posts new videos.
Yeah, dude. Otherwise, I don't eat.
All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and
I'm
wrap
so
things
hungry.
up. Yeah, Spencer, it's been fun. Thanks for doing this. This is the
Fuck yeah,
first
man.
podcast. All right, man. Well, thanks for being on, and we will
Yeah.
talk to you later. I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to watch me play video games, you can go ahead and check out my Twitch, The Southern Reject. I also have a gaming page on Facebook. It's Southern Reject Gaming. And check me out on Instagram, The Southern Reject. Thanks again for watching and have a good day.